think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked in the Taz mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age. We talked about raw power.
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it was.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it.
And there's the counter, Cole. Nice quick counter. He was corner up with that counter. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans.
Right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit. That might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any time to recover neither. You gotta stay on him and wear him down.
But what about picking your spot? If you try to execute a badly timed move just because you want to stay on offense, that could be a disastrous result.
I'll tell you what, Cole. Let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can come up with what it's like to wipe the kick. Deal? He slipped out of that one. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
No, they're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I do agree with what you're saying. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Please, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out and every night. Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough for a tap out right here.
Oh, man, these fans are
They sure are, and you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things.
This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there? These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match
victory right here.
Wow, they don't get much closer than that.
Batista has had lots of success so far, but that's just because his opponents they let him sight him out. He can't back down from a dude like Batista.
I don't think that's the case at all, Taz. And I think at the sight of a heavily muscled, this capacity crowd is on its feet. It knows what's coming.
Here it comes, Batista bomb. That'll break every bone in your body, Cole. Whoa! I think these fans have got a little something to show.
That's their right.
Here's your winner, Batista.